Hi and welcome to another video for Year 7 Maths, still under the chapter Ratio Written Time. Now today it will be on one application of ratio which is called the map scale. So you have to know that, you have to remember this thing, the map scale is a ratio that compares between distance on map to distance on land, actual distance on land. And you can write down map scale in the form of this. 1:n, and n must be a whole number. And this one, when you try to apply map scale, you are actually finding actual distance on land given the distance on map, or you can find distance on map given the actual distance on land. So here, and another thing that you have to remember is that, simply put, 1 kilometer, when you try to convert into centimeter, 1 kilometer equals 100,000 centimeters. Okay, recall this, remember this, 1 kilometer equal 100,000 centimeter. Right, now when you have a look at map scale over here, you can see that most maps will be given this one at the bottom part, which you can measure using ruler. And here, when you try to measure in your notes, this is 1 centimeter on the map, and this is represented this is representing 20 kilometers in actual life here, because here the scale of map will compare distance on the map to actual distance. And you have to remember that you must most of the scale will be given in this format, 1:n. So let's start here. When you try to to find the map scale in the form 1:n, map is to actual, remember here 1 centimeter is to 20 kilometer. But here, when you try to simplify this, you have to make sure that both quantities are in the same units. So let's convert 20 kilometers into centimeter, because now I asked you to remember 1 kilometer is 100,000 centimeters. So here you can write it like this. 1:2. How many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 and then 0, 6. Right? So here you can say that this is already 1 centimeter. This is 2 million centimeter. But here, since they have the same unit, you can cancel the unit. So therefore, the scale of the following map is written as 1:2 million. Right? So what does this mean? This means that whenever you have a measurement on the map, which is by let's say 1 centimeter, it is magnified, or the size in the real life is 2 millions bigger. So here you choose any unit that you want. So that's for the explanation for the scale. So let's have a look at the example. Example 1, the actual, okay, I'll have to mark the important word. The actual length of road is 3.5 kilometers. And it is represented by a length of 7 centimeter on a map. So the question asks you to find what is the scale of this map. Okay, please recall this one. Map scale ratio is 1:n. So 1 should be the distance on map, and n should be the actual distance on land after you simplify everything. So here, let's start. So here you have map is to actual, and please identify all the units that you have here. Which one is the 3.5 kilometer is the actual, so you put it in the below the actual name. 3.5 kilometer, and this 3.5 kilometers is 7 centimeter on map, so you have to convert, you have to write down 7 centimeter under the map. Now what you are going to do next is, before you simplify, you have to make sure that they are in the same unit. So 3.5 kilometer is 100,000 centimeter in life. So 7 centimeter on map, this is actually, when you try to move the decimal point, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can get 3, 5. How many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have this one. Okay. Now, since the units are the same, you can cancel the unit now. And you can see here that this is 7 is to 350,000, whereas you are not supposed to write 7 here, you have to write 1. So how do you make 7 into 1? So here, to make 7 to 1 equivalent ratio, you have to divide both quantities by 7. So 1 here is 350,000 divided by 7, right? So therefore, your scale of this map will be 1 is to 350,000 divided by 7 will be 50,000, right? So that's for the first one. Okay, so make sure that you know how to convert kilometers into centimeter, right? So let's move on to the next one. Okay, example number 2. Here you are given the scale of a map which is equal to 1 is to 500,000. Okay, let's have a look at part A. If the distance between a national park and an airport is 3.5 centimeter on map, the question asks you to find the actual distance, okay, in kilometers. So remember that. So let's start here. Have to remember the ratio. Map is to actual. And you put the necessary digit here. So the first digit that you put, the first quantity that you put is the scale. So 1 is to 500,000. And the second one will be, what do you have here? Here you have 3.5 centimeter on map, so you put 3.5 centimeter. So since you select centimeter as unit, so your scale will use centimeter unit, right? So here you are looking for the actual distance, so you don't know the actual distance. So let's label it x. Now the next technique is what we call cross multiplication, whereas you will move x to the left hand side and multiply it by 1, so you get x. And for the right hand side, this 3.5 centimeter will be multiplied with 500,000. So 3.5 times 500,000 centimeter. So here, when you try to multiply this, 3.5 times 500,000, you will get here, when you use your calculator, you can get 175. And then how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But here you have a 1 decimal place, so you have to put the decimal place here. You can cancel here. This is your actual distance, but the unit is in centimeter. So how are you going to convert this into kilometer? Remember that 1 kilometer is 100,000, right? So you do the reverse. You want to convert centimeter into kilometer. So you have to divide this by 100,000. So let's proceed. Just give it a little space here. So here you cancel the zeros by pairs. 3 and 4. So your last answer will be 175 divided by 10 will be 17.5. This is already changed into kilometer. Right? So that's it for the part A. This is your answer for part A. Right, so let's have a look at the next part, which will be part B. Okay, how long will a road be on the map if its actual length is 15 kilometer? So here, let's you will use the same technique over here. You have to remember this. Map is to actual, so your scale will be 500,000. 1 is to 100,000. Now to be safe here, since your actual length is given by kilometers, let's use the default centimeter over here. So you have to multiply 15 kilometer by 100,000, right? So you put the actual length over here. So 15, I mean, how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimeter. And since you're looking for the map, I mean the distance on map, you have to put x below the map. So next, you have to do cross multiplication. And here, 150,000 equal 500,000 times x. And next, you have to divide both sides by 500,000 because you want to find x. Now here, when you try to simplify everything, this one is cancelled. So your x will become what? So here you will have, okay, cancel the zeros. Now here you finally have 15 divided by 5, which is 3, and the unit is centimeter, right? So here I hope that this will be sufficient for you to understand the topic. That's it. So thank you very much and see you next time.